Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video, we're going to start collecting Warhammer Age of Sigmar Warcry, and today we're going to take a look at how to get started with the Cypher Lords, one of the many Chaos warbands that is in the original set of Warcry. Now, with this video, we're going to take a look at all the models that come inside the Cypher Lords box set, talk about them all and what we can use them for on the tabletop. We'll then take a look at some allies and some other heroes we can bring into the force to expand upon and to bolster our Cypher Lords force before finally finishing off the video with a little sample 1000 renown warband for you to use as some inspiration for creating your own Cypher Lords warband, or indeed copy ours if that's what you wish to do. So with all of that said, what do we get in this? And the first one we get the leader model for the Cypher Lords, which is the Throwmaster. That is the weird three-armed creature you can see there with the three-pronged hairpiece as well. The Throwmaster, first of all, 1 inch range on its close combat, but 5 attack, strength 4, and 2/6 on the damage. It's actually not too shabby in close combat. Toughness 4 and 20 wounds is okay for a leader model, though not the greatest one out there. And so, you've got a cool ability with this model as well, where it's Shattered Gloom Glow. Until the end of the battle round, you subtract 1 from the attack's characteristics of the attack actions made by enemy fighters whilst within 6 inch, to a minimum of 1, of course. Now, alongside this model, you've got the Luminance, which is the model on its right-hand side. You can't really see it well in this picture, but it's holding like a cool little sickle staff thing. Now, the Luminance is a Mystic and has the Shadowy Recall for a triple. You can pick a friendly fighter with the minion rune mark that is within 12 inches of this fighter. You remove that fighter from the battlefield, then set them up anywhere on the battlefield with a number of inches equal to the value of this ability to the Luminance. So you can do some nice little teleporting tricks, which I think is really cool. On top of that, 5 attack, strength 4, and 2/5 on the damage for the Luminance as well. Toughness 4 and 15 wounds. Make it a pretty decent fighter. We then get 3 Mindbound. Now, these are your lowest form of fighter. Mindbound, really, you've got 2 options. You can either take the double-bladed sword, which I really like because it has that Destroyer rune mark, meaning it can use a double for low sweeping blow, where you roll a dice for each visible enemy fighter within 2 inch. On 4 to 5, you allocate a damage point, and on a 6, you allocate a number of damage points equal to the value of the ability. It's really cool if you can get some high doubles and you've got a lot of fighters near them. The other weapon option you have is for the dual-wielding swords, and you get 4 attack, strength 3, 1/3 on the damage, but you just have that basic minion rune mark. You don't get the cool rune mark of the Destroyer. This is much the same with the Mirror Blades, which are your more elite-style troops. Both have that minion rune mark, and they're both packing out a decent amount of attacks at strength 4, and on the glaives it's 2/5 for the damage, or 2/4 on the dual-wielding swords for the Mirror Blades. Once again, I just prefer the glaives because they do have access to the Destroyer rune mark, meaning they can make that low sweeping blow. Now, looking where to go next. First of all, picking up another Cypher Lords box set would be a great way to add some additional models. First of all, this allows you to get a second Luminance in the force, which I think is a nice addition. You also have the ability to have and run double Throwmaster. You also get access to more options for your Mirror Blades and for your other warriors as well, meaning you can get, full forces with all the weapons you want to be able to do those low sweeping blows, which I think are just always the better models to take with your Cypher Lords faction. Now, the one thing you really do lack in Cypher Lords is staying power, and so that's where I've gone with the suggestions of some allies and some monstrous beasts to bring in. And first of all, we've got the Ogroid Myrmidon. This is just a fantastic piece in Warcry. The Ogroid Myrmidon is an absolute tank, with 35 wounds, toughness 6, and also 3 attacks at strength 5, 4, 8 on its damage. It will just pack out an absolute punch. This thing is amazing and really does cover one of the big weaknesses that you have in your Cypher Lords. Foam Marine Crushers are another great one. Once again, 35 wounds, toughness 6, but 2 attacks at strength 6, 3, 6 on the damage this time. So a little bit higher strength, but one less attack. You've also got the ability to Hell Masonry though, which is another little bit of splash damage you can do with this force. Cypher Lords have a lot of ways to do a little bit of splash damage with some of the models, so I think the Fomaroid really does go nicely into that. Now, both of those are expensive, and Cypher Lords themselves can be expensive as well, so I think something like the Dark Oath War Queen is a nice, cheaper alternative for a tougher model. Only toughness 5 rather than 6 of the other two, but 25 wounds nonetheless, 3 attacks at strength 4 and 2 on the damage. She also increases the damage your Cypher Lords can do, which I think is really nice when you put it alongside the Cypher Lords who do okay damage on their fighters, giving them the ability to get some extra power and some extra hits out there with her abilities for friendly fighters around her. I think she brings a lot to your Cypher Lord's force. And so here we have our sample warband for the Cypher Lords. 1000 renown, only 100 wounds. Like I said, Cypher Lords don't have many wounds, they aren't very tough, but they do have plenty of tricks to play around. This is especially important. So we've got our Throwmaster in there for our leader, we just have to have one if we are playing Cypher Lords. Fighter-wise, we've got a Luminance. This, I think, is an incredibly important miniature to have in your Cypher Lords force. Now, it is expensive, 175, but you do get that teleporting ability. The most important model in your force to keep alive is that Luminance, allowing your other minion models, the Mindbound and the Mirror Blades, to teleport around near the Luminance. This is really good for sneaking and grabbing objectives off your opponent. Now, we've got the other fighters. We've got a Mindbound with double-bladed sword, and we've gone with 3 Mirror Blades with glaives. Now, you could certainly, if you want extra fighters on the table, get rid of a couple of Mirror Blades and go with more Mindbound. I'd always go with double-bladed swords. Like I suggested, they just have that Destroyer rune mark, meaning they can get the low sweeping blow. You know, 5 extra points on the Mindbound to get it. I think it's about the same on the Mirror Blades to get it as well. So, just always better. And like I said, the Dark Oath War Queen, while the Myrmidon and while the Fomoid are really going to cover your weaknesses, they are going to eat into your points heavily at 1000 renown. So I think a Dark Oath War Queen is a great compromising piece to bring in to your warband here. 1000 renown, 100 wounds is really on the low end of wounds, in all honesty. But they are a super fun army and they've got plenty of tricks to play with. If you've had a chance to play with some Cypher Lords in Warcry, let us know how you've been going and what you would do with your Cypher Lords down in the comments below. That's the end of the video, everyone. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, drop us a comment down below in the comment section and let us know what you enjoyed about the video and what you'd like to see more of on the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here we have at Cinderful Gaming, you can do so on our Discord server, which is linked in the video's description. Also linked in the video's description is our Patreon and YouTube members, where you can go to help support the channel and allow us to keep doing what we're doing. As a special thank you to our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons: Christian Weir, Soren, Greenskins Gaming, Kenny Lower, Outer Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Derek, and Giappi390, and to our YouTube members: Greenroots Gaming, Kenton Young, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, and Monty's Tabletop Terrain. And lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork you see on the channel. Thank you all for watching. Once again, stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now, everyone.